What's up, family? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris. If you didn't catch my live yesterday, I went live with Kels Ratchet Movement. For those of y'all who are not familiar with that, basically, I decided to start a panel with black women that are very classy, intellectual, educated, black women who strive for greatness. They don't strive for drama. They don't strive for pettiness. I must say the movement has been going really, really well thanks to Classic Ruby and Poetic Kales. We're looking to get some more positive black women to join on board. We already have a lot of fuckery going on in the YouTube streets, so we try to stray away from that. And again, we try to strive for greatness. We strive to be better, not bitter. So I definitely want to give a big ups to the ladies. On my panel last night, that's been starting this journey of the non-ratchet movement. Again, we're straying away from the ratchetness and we're trying to move in a positive direction. So definitely, we strive to stand above the rest. You know what I mean? So again, I want to give a big up to all of my ladies. Thank y'all for stopping by to rock out with your girl and to hang out with me at Mocha's Cafe de Paris. If y'all have not already heard, Wendy Williams has turned the heat up on her soon to be ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. Yes, she is going in. If y'all didn't already hear, Wendy Williams has been repoing a lot of the vehicles that she's been making payments on during the amount of time that she's been in her marriage with her husband Kevin. Well, basically, the fruit train, the gravy train, has finally pulled out of the station. She's pulling the plugs on this dude. She's getting ready to shut it down. She's repossessing vehicles. Recently, I think it was yesterday, Wendy Williams had got her soon to be ex-husband's side chick, which I like to call Appetizer. She got her Lamborghini repossessed yesterday. It was repossessed. It was taken from her. The add insult to injury now, Kevin wants to put out an apology, this lame ass apology now, because he sees all of the benefits, the lifestyle he's been living, benefiting off of Wendy Williams throughout these years of marriage. Now he sees he's about to lose all of that. Basically he's going to be back to having nothing. And I can really care less about the situation. Everybody's talking about the Wendy Williams situation, but this is a lesson to these side chicks out here. This is the part that side chicks do not prepare themselves for. These married men that y'all are partaking these side chick relationships with, these married men that y'all are sneaking and dibbling and dabbling with, this is the part that the side chick is never prepared for. Do you not realize this, Matt, when you're dealing with somebody else's husband, when you're dealing with another married man, do you not realize in the event that this dude gets caught, in the event that he ends up divorced, wife takes him for everything he has, do you not realize that all of these wonderful fruits of labor, all these fruits that you've been enjoying in the course of you dealing with a married man, do you realize that once his spot gets blowed up, you're not going to have those same benefits? Now, my thing is, I don't feel like this appetizer is going to stick with Wendy Williams, soon to be ex-husband, once she sees he's going to lose everything. And this is the other part that a lot of married men don't prepare themselves for. Chance, step outside of your marriage and deal with these side chicks. You knocking them up. It's already disrespectful you dealing with a side chick, but to add insult to injury, y'all are knocking these chicks up, getting them pregnant, and you think that it's not going to cost you. And now, it's getting ready to cost him everything. It's getting ready to cost him everything. Wendy Williams is a millionaire. So this man is getting ready to lose everything. He basically lost a diamond for a goddamn rock. Okay. Now, even though, what's up, Poetic? How you doing, honey? I'm so good. Glad to see you. That's one of my non-ratchet movement ladies on the panel right there. We did an awesome show last night. Make sure y'all check that out. What's up, Craig? Yes, raw truth, no condom here. Absolutely. So basically, of course, Wendy Williams does look like a man. Wendy Williams does look like a damn tranny, but that's besides the point. He married her knowing, evidently he was willing to accept her faults and her flaws. You know what I mean? And if you look at a lot of her old photos and her old videos, Wendy Williams was not always an ugly woman. I can just tell she, over the years, she's been getting all type of plastic surgery done to her body, trying to please this husband, trying to please this man, trying to keep him satisfied, trying to keep him happy. And due to this thing called Mother Nature, it don't matter how much plastic surgery or stuff you get, you're going to age. You're not going to look, your body, gravity takes control. You can't do nothing with Mother Nature. But basically, this woman was a millionaire. This was somebody he built an empire with. This goes back to that 80-20 rule, ladies and gentlemen. This goes back to that 80-20. This goes back to you willing to lose 80% over 20%. That's what it boils down to. My thing is, it's going to always be something better. What people have to realize, when you are married and you are in a relationship, it's going to always be something better. You're going to always see better opportunities. Just because it looks good to you, it does not necessarily mean that it's good for you. That's what it boils down to. You know what I mean? Everybody's always settling for that 80-20. And that's what he did. Basically, he's jeopardized his marriage to a millionaire who's been, Wendy has been in the radio industry for years. Okay, so basically, they built their empire off of her career. The reason this dude has been able to enjoy the fruits of labor was because of his wife. And like most wives, he lucky she even allowed him to manage her career. So basically, she was willing to allow her husband to benefit just as much as she was. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't even have to do that. She could have basically excluded him and not even allowed him to partake in her career. She allowed this man to manage her career. But what he did was he abused that. He used it to his advantage. He abused it, and because of that, he had all these multiple affairs, and he's been basically dealing with this chick for so long, to the point he got so comfortable that he got her pregnant. Not only he got her pregnant, this Appetizer so much didn't have no filter, to the point to where she was taking selfies, flexing and throwing up peace signs, and basically parading that she's with somebody else's husband. A lot of these side chicks, exactly, poetic, a lot of these side chicks, they don't have no shame because they're straight opportunists. So she did not care how the world was going to perceive her dealing with somebody else's husband. She was willing to jeopardize her reputation as a woman by publicly being seen with a woman that's well known's husband. And maybe in the back of her sick little mind, maybe that's the reason why she was so open being with him, because that is her way of telling everybody, yeah, I'm with Wendy Williams' husband. You have a lot of these women, they intentionally seek men that have notoriety, or if they're not seeking the men who not have notoriety, they're seeking the men who are married to women who have notoriety. And basically, she took the bait. She took the bait, but now all the joke's going to be on her, because I don't know about y'all. I doubt very seriously this chick is going to stick with Kevin Williams once Kevin Hunter, once Wendy Williams pulls a rug from up under his foot and he has to go work a legitimate job. Yeah, that Lamborghini has been repossessed, sis. So at this point, he's going to have to change his lifestyle. Once Wendy Williams divorces him, I'm sure he's going to get something. He's going to get something, because he was her manager and she was married to him. He's going to get something. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Kevin Hunter is going to get some bread from this marriage, but the bread that he's going to get is not going to be nothing like the bread that he's used to getting. okay? Because he may walk away with a meal or two. And that's like $5 for him, because you got to realize he's been married to Wendy Williams for over 20 something years. It's one thing when you are actually in the money, and it's another thing to where the money has to be debited out to you in installments. So he's not going to be able to give his side chick the same life of luxury. This is what these married men have to understand. You married men that are messing around with these appetizers, these side chicks. If you got caught today, would you be able to still give your side chick that life of luxury? Will you still be able to spoil her, take her dining at the most exquisite cuisine restaurants, buy her these Lamborghinis and Bentleys? Once you get caught as a married man, once you get caught and once you get exposed, and your wife has proof to the court that she's caught you committing infidelity, do you not realize the court is going to rule in her favor and take you for everything you got? Is there any vagina on this planet Earth that's worth you losing a freaking empire for? Is it really, really worth that? And he's about to lose triple messing with this rock, because that's what she is. She's not a diamond, she's a goddamn rock. What's up, Rep? How are you? It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. I saw you last night. I'm sure you've been working and everything. It's all good. He's about to he's getting ready to lose his whole life over an appetizer. Now, like I stated, they just repossessed this chick Lamborghini yesterday. TMZ has showed they pulled her damn the Lamborghini he brought with Wendy Williams money. What the hell he thought? He thought that this woman was gonna sit up here and let him keep splurging her funds on his appetizer? You damn straight. I'ma take you for everything you have. I went all these years building this empire with you, and then you're gonna have the audacity of thinking that this woman is not going to put a stop to this bullshit of you spending and splurging her money on your side chick baby mama? Absolutely not. That Lamborghini, I tell you, Kels, he gonna have to readjust his lifestyle, because I don't think anybody is gonna hire this fool to do anything. Because once you get a bad name in the industry, what's up, Keenan? Good to see you. Once you get a bad name in the industry, nobody wants to really fuck with you like that. You get what I'm saying? It's no different than, y'all probably don't remember, like when Britney Spears, when she had married Kevin Federline, and this is an old story, but Britney Spears, when she was married to Kevin Federline was already in a relationship. Kevin Federline was going with Shar. Shar was the girl who played as Niecy on the show Moesha. She been in a couple of shows here and there. And Kevin Federline, thank you for that $10 donation, Keenan. You always support my brand. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I remember Britney Spears pulled Kevin Federline from Shar Jackson. And boy, did that shit backfire. If y'all remember that story, how everything went left. See, you got to be careful messing with other people, dude, ladies. It's enough peanuts out here for everybody. It's plenty of wood to go around. But you broads are so thirsty. Y'all rather mess with some pre-owned penis. Why y'all want to mess with these pre-owned penises out here? Why not go get you a whole nother new penis that don't belong to no one? I don't want a penis where I have to co-sign on it. I don't want a co-sign penis. Okay? Whatever penis I get is going to have to be a penis that has no ownership. You females pull this all the time, and you wonder why you end up on the short end of the stick. Stop messing with other people dudes. I don't care how fine he is. When you take on somebody else, dude, you take on somebody else problem. And the same thing, you dudes don't be messing with these married women out here. Because you know good damn well, if her husband was to leave her today, you not gonna pick up where her husband left off at. If you messing with a married woman and you know she has a husband that has a good paying job and taking care of her and spoiling her, you know you not gonna take care of this married woman the same way her husband been taking care of her. Come on. Yeah, they want used peanuts instead of fresh peanuts. I don't understand it. And you know, it's the guy's fault. It is the men's fault, but then it's not the men's fault at the same time because as women, we're the ones who make the decision to sit there and entertain that bullshit. We entertain it. You know, you sneaking and dibbling and dabbling with these married men. If you got to hide it, let me tell y'all something. If you have to hide it, you already know you don't need to be doing it. You should not have to hide your dude. Why y'all got to travel out of town to spend time together? Why he got to only see you after a certain time at night? You know what I mean? You don't get to see him on the holidays. You don't get to see him on Valentine's Day. You don't get to see him on Christmas. I mean, certain days, these married men, dealing with a married man, you basically got to fit into his schedule. You see him when he wants you to see him. I can never understand as a woman, how can y'all be comfortable with being second best? I don't understand that. Now I know now I've known men who mess with married women. I mean, their situation is different, even though they still wrong, but they're not losing compared to being a side chick. When you a side chick, you know what I mean? You're gonna always get the short end of the stick. You whatever you get, you just basically getting the prizes out the Cracker Jack box. Um, these women goes off to ruin another woman's life, and we talked about that poetic last night. You know, for those who didn't catch my live last night, we did the non-ratchet movement live last night. And I'm trying to school these brothers out here. I'm trying to make y'all understand. If you didn't catch my live last night, I'ma say it again while you in here. These women is not these side chicks that are messing with you. If you are a married man or you are a man in a relationship, you're committed, you got you a main chick that you love, you want to be with, you want to come out here and test the waters. I'm gonna tell you now, these side chicks, they're nothing but vampires. Okay, they're trying to suck the blood literally out of your life so they could sabotage you. Back in the day, there was rules to this side chick shit. There is no more rules, ladies and gentlemen. There's no more rules. Where you married men or you men that in committed relationships, well, y'all got to be careful at. These women are not just satisfied with getting your wood anymore. They're not satisfied with that. Back then, you could give a woman the two D's. Back then, you used to could give the women the two D's, dick and a dollar, and they'll be happy. You used to could break these chicks off with the double D, dick and a dollar. You can't do that no more. The dick and the dollars ain't enough. It's not enough. You have to realize, men, there's a lot of women out here that are hurting, that are in pain. You have a lot of lonely spirited women out here. What's up, Dion? Good to see you. What you men have to understand, stop looking at how these chicks look. Stop looking at how big their asses are, how big their titties are. Stop looking at that. Do you not realize behind the big ass and the titties, there's a broken ass woman? That she's nothing but an undercover devil? And the moment she gets you into her claws and gets you comfortable, she's going to destroy you. She's going to destroy you. This is the new trick, guys. Young chicks don't Just side chicks don't just want the dick. Their job is to kill, steal, and destroy you. Do y'all not understand that? This is coming from another woman that's telling you how these women think. They want to destroy you. They want to make you lose your job, your career that it made you take 20, 30 years to establish. They want to stain your name. They want to involve you in a scandal to where they could take you for everything that you got. They want to destroy your marriage because they are jealous of the lifestyle that you are giving your wife. Am I not right, Kels? They want the life your wife or your woman has. Do you men not understand that? While you're going over there banging this chick and you thinking it's a sex thing, this woman is waiting for you to slip so she can take you for everything you have. You keep going over there screwing her back to back to back to back to back. Something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get comfortable somewhere. Somebody's going to slip and get pregnant. Somebody's going to get a disease. Something's going to happen. Stop looking at how good these women look. Look past the ass. Look past the tits and understand that these women that look so good and appetizing to the eye, they trying to kill you. Sweet Lady says, men are visual. They will always go with their dick hand first. The person, absolutely, Sweet Lady. Absolutely. You're right. And a lot of guys have co-signed and agree with that. You're right. And welcome to the family. All that glitters ain't gold. The same women that look so good, I'm telling you, they undercoverly crazy. The most prettiest and attractive women are crazy. And they're very clingy. Pretty women are more insecure than these Shrek looking holes. Pretty women are more clingier than fabric softener sheets. How many of y'all in here put fabric softener sheets in your dryer when you're drying clothes? You notice how that fabric softener sheet clings and sticks to your clothes? Some of these side chicks, they're not used to rejection, especially if you're dealing with a woman you're dealing with an appetizer that's really pretty. She's really attractive. She's used to getting what she wants from a man. So the moment you deny her of anything, she's going to freaking flip. Exactly. And poetic, all they are, they're just trophy. These appetizers, it's kind of like, it's no different like when we all go out to a restaurant, right? You decide to go out to eat with your old lady, you decide to go out to eat with your husband, whatever. Y'all sitting down to the table, and the waiter approaches the table, and the waiter gives you a menu, and the waiter asks, "What would you like to drink?" You may say, "I want a sweet tea," or "I want a martini," whatever. And she says, "Is there an appetizer, something I can start you off with?" And of course, you'll be like, "Sure, I would like to get an appetizer." And you may just order like a small appetizer, like some buffalo boneless wings, or some Southwest egg rolls, which I'm totally obsessed with them damn things. But anyway, you order a little appetizer because that is just something to fill you up just a little bit until the main course, until the main meal comes. That is what an appetizer does. But the thing is, if you order too much appetizer, by the time the real meal comes to the table, you're not going to want to eat the meal because you have gotten full from the appetizer. And the appetizers don't look like much because it's a small portion, but if you eat enough of it, it will fill you up really quickly. That is basically why I refer to these side chicks as appetizers. At first, they may seem like they can fulfill you for the moment, but sooner or later, you're never going to be satisfied enough. If you are a man in lust, if lust is one of your addictions as a man, and we know that the majority of men, y'all issues is lust. The devil has really been working on y'all lustfulness because by nature, men, y'all are very lustful. And the reason why y'all are is because y'all are not as emotionally wired as women. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just one of y'all weaknesses. Men could be very lustful individuals because as Sweet Lady mentioned earlier, y'all are visual. And when you're dealing with a lustful spirit, you'll take a chance on anything. You will take a chance because again, you're allowing your lust to get the best of you. You're allowing your lust to basically control and overrule your common sense. So if you are a man who loves sex, if sex is your addiction, if you have to have sex all the time, you better be very careful because you are one of the few that could potentially get caught up in this type of entrapment. If you love sex all the time, you have to have it all the time, and you're not the type of dude, you don't know how to turn it down. You don't. You put yourself in situations into which you can get caught up like that. You're going to easily fall. You're going to succumb. You're going to fall prey to these type of females. You have to allow your common sense. Don't let your hormones, don't let your lust overrule your common sense. Sweet Lady says this is why the majority of them will end up divorced in the court. Absolutely, absolutely. And by the time a man has realized how much damage he has done, it's usually too late. It's thousands of dollars later. By the time they get to that courthouse and that divorce settlement, and that wife ends up with 80% of assets, his income. Let me tell you something. Appetizers, sex, it costs us too much money. Sex is very expensive. What seems so cheap and easy to get is going to cost you in the long run. It's going to become very expensive in the long run. It becomes very expensive. By the time you realize how much you go or is at stake of losing, you will realize it's not worth it. You lose your wife, you lose all your money, you got to move out that big old pretty fine home that you purchased for her. Your children, you got to pay them child support. You only get to see your kids maybe on during your visitation hours on the weekends. You won't have that same privilege of being a husband that you used to have versus when your children were living with you and you was able to be a full-time father and interact with your children. When you get caught up in scandals like Wendy Williams' husband got caught up in, you lose all of that. The stuff that is so precious, the things that are so valuable, you will lose it over overnight, bitch. Something overnight. Something. My thing is, why would you risk everything for something you would not marry? Something you would not permanently want to be with? Why would you risk that? Why would you risk something temporary for something solid? And there's plenty of men who have done it and they regret it. They are living with regrets to this day. It is a death sentence. Child support is definitely a death sentence. And ironically, as much as some of these dudes complain about child support, they keep putting themselves in situations where they got to pay it. I don't understand that. If you messing with a side chick and you get her knocked up, you think she not going to try not go for dollars? You out here screwing these women raw. You not using no protection. You banging every chick. You think these chicks gonna let you bang them raw and you knock them up and they don't ask for no money? And these are the same dudes that will complain about child support. They the main ones that go on these panels, talk bad about black women and talk bad about paying child support. But dude, you is the one who's raw dogging these appetizers. Stop messing with these hoes and you won't have to worry about no child support. Stop messing with them. Stop laying with them. Stop sneaking and creeping with them. That's all they out for. Y'all always complain about these women, but y'all a mess with them. It's just so contradictory. Yes, cool, gent. You have to have standards. If you're a man, if you're a grown man and you will abandon all your standards for some ass, I promise you, you're going to lose triple. You're going to lose so much over something that's not even worth it. It's just not worth it. And unfortunately, we do have too many men that are thinking with their head downstairs. And I've seen some women who do it with all respect. I've seen some women who had a little side dick on the side and lost their husband, lost their nice home, lost everything, messing with some thug dude, messing with some builder bum. Some women have done it. I've seen some women who have done it as well, messing with scrub dudes, dusties, and your husband is a lawyer or he's a doctor. He has his own business, because you ain't getting enough attention because you got a husband that's very ambitious, or he's traveling, or he has a job where he makes a lot of money that demands a lot of his time. You're not getting no attention. And you itching. You itching for some attention. So the first build a bum of Dusty that's willing to give you attention, you let him scratch it. And not realizing it's not even worth all of what you lose, all of what you're going to lose. Let me see what y'all saying. As I do your step away from lifetime membership. Exactly. And having a kid was not an option for me. Anything about me can easily crumble. And this is why we have so much problems in the Black community. I really think honestly, sex is the number one killer of the Black community. Sex, the carelessness of sex, the lack of knowledge of sex, the lack of education. Everybody in the Black community everybody is raw dogging everybody. These side chicks is letting all type of dudes nut in them all kind of way. They don't care. I don't even feel comfortable with letting a dude I don't know like that. I don't even feel comfortable with letting a dude leave his liquid in my body. I don't even feel comfortable with that. I don't even feel comfortable with some random dude, you know what I'm saying, leaving his fluid inside my vaginal area, and I don't even know nothing about him. I don't love him. I don't have a connection with him. I don't understand how some of you women are so comfortable with that shit. Why y'all so comfortable with letting random dudes raw dog y'all and leave and use you as a cum dumpster? I don't understand that. As a woman, your body should be so precious to you. You should value your damn treasure box. And that's my word for the vagina. Treasure box. Ladies, your vagina is supposed to be a treasure box. Just like a real treasure box, not anybody is supposed to be able to just find a treasure box. A treasure box is rare to find. A treasure box is one of those things you got to kind of dig real deep to find it. You can't just walk up on a treasure box, okay? And that is the way women, we are supposed to see our vaginas as a treasure box. It's not supposed to be something a man can easily find, or a man can easily gain access to your treasure box. I don't understand y'all. Women, y'all have become so damn desperate, that y'all are letting anybody, y'all giving anybody access to your treasure box. I've even preached this to my daughter. I told my daughter when she was getting up in her age, and becoming a young woman, I said, look here, what you have between your legs is a damn treasure box. That's treasure. Don't go giving your treasures away like they goddamn Girl Scout cookies. A lot of these women is pissing me off because we have preached this over and over in a Black community, and a lot of them are still not getting it. And these are the same Black women who will create these panels talking bad about Black men. Black men ain't no good, and Black men ain't this, and Black men ain't that. You Black women need to stop complaining about what Black men do to them. If you're putting yourself in a situation where you could be easily discarded and treated like trash, you have no right in complaining about how men treat you. You act like trash, you carry yourself like trash, you're going to be treated like trash. You're not even allowed, these women in this generation, they're not even allowing men to just date them. Whatever happened to just dating? Letting a man get to know you for you without introducing him to your vagina. A lot of these females, y'all will introduce a guy to y'all vagina before y'all introduce them to just getting to know you. And you wonder why we have these problems and why men do not respect us because of the stunts that we pull. When you pull stuff like this and you put yourself in a position to where you are easy, you are gullible, you fast, you sleep with any Tom, Dick, and Daryl, you put yourself in a position to be treated like Mississippi mud. It's as simple as that. What's up, Muhammad? Good to see you. Appreciate you for coming in. Some people use sex as a form of expression. I'm expressing how I feel about you by giving you good shit. Good. Exactly. I'm telling you, women, do not fall, ladies. Do not fall for this feminist movement. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the I'm a woman, and if men can have sex with any and everybody, I'm my own woman. I should be able to do what a man do. I should be able to lay with as many men as I want to lay with because it's the men doing it. You cannot do what a man can do. You cannot do it. And you should be ashamed of yourself for even wanting to put yourself on the level of a man. Why would you even do that to yourself? Kujin says we don't leave nothing to the imagination for each other. We absolutely do not. Absolutely. I agree 100%. After they done popped that and had everyone's man, now they found God looking for marriage. Exactly. That is what they do. When they have been around when they have been around the block more than a damn Uber driver, now they're ready to settle down. That's why I checked the Rep says that's why I check the whole facts records. And you better, Rep. You better. I'm telling you, a lot of these dudes, some of these dudes, they are wifing these type of females. They wife them. I don't understand it, but some of these dudes wife these type of females because let me tell you what happens. To school some of y'all on game. Let me put some of y'all on game. Let me tell you what happens to a retired whore, to a retired appetizer. Let me tell you what happens with them. What happens is when during your 20s, let's say if during your 20s, during your 30s, you have predominantly lived as a thought, you've been a whore or skis or whatever you want to call it throughout your 20s and your 30s. Okay. By the time you get to your 40s, basically, you done kind of whored out. You done been tired of being ran through. You done been tired of having your walls stretched. Once you have come to that season in life to where you are tired of whoring, basically what tends to happen is you become washed out and now you want to be loved. You want to be wifed. And the crazy part is, let me tell you guys out here, and that's why you made a very good point, Rep, when you said check her whole facts, because what they do is 9 times out of 10, these women who have lived, who have had the type of whorish lifestyle, what they do is now they want to humble themselves. They actually, and don't take this the wrong way. I don't want anybody taking this the wrong way. Whorish women or women who have participated in thought behavior or whorish behavior, they end up becoming the best of wives. Now, I'm not saying that to encourage you to marry them. What I'm saying is they become the best of wives because there's nothing for them to goddamn do. They done had so much community dick. There's nothing left for them to do but cook, clean, and be a submissive wife because they done been every goddamn well. So understand when I say they make good wives not because they have transformed and learned their lesson. What has happened is they are burnt out. They have nothing left to do but to become wives because they done been had by so many different dudes. So what happens is when they meet a simp or a simple guy who has not checked their whole facts, like Rep says, be careful with these women that are really, really submissive and kind because they probably have a history of being a whore. A lot of y'all don't think about that. If you meet a woman that's too good and too willing and eager to be your wife, Check her whole facts records, like Rep says. Check it. It's the reason she being so humble to you, because she's been burnt out. You have to check some of these women's histories, because now the reason some of these women, they know they got to step their game up and act like, notice I said the word act, A-C-T. They have to act like they have wife qualities to persuade you into marrying them. So women who have whored out, they become wife material, because there's nothing else left in them. So now they have to prove they're wife material. These type of women, if you're not smart and you don't check their whole facts history, they will do all kind of stuff to will you in. They will cook for you, clean for you, act very caring. Women that used to be very whorish, you have to realize women who have been very whorish, they are very charming. They are very cunning. They are very cunning. They know what to say and what to do, because they done been with a lot of men. They know what to say and they know what to do to will you in to their web. They know how to make you feel like a king, because they don't screw so many men. They know how to make you feel like king of the jungle. And if you're the type of man, you've never had a woman really put it on you, like really, really put it on you. These type of reform hoes, they know how to put it on you and make you feel like you're the best thing since sliced bread, especially if you are sexually inexperienced. They can turn you out in the bedroom. Poetic, you stupid. Talking about you'll save a lot of money by switching to Geico. Yeah, very good point, Rep. Transmission and engine problems. You basically gave me a good slang word, Rep. I'ma steal that from you. Check the whole facts. I'm gonna do a topic on that, Rep. I'm gonna have you come on live with me, Rep, when we do that. Yeah, Rep. Me and Rep gonna have to do a show on that. We got to do a show on check their whole facts. I agree. Transmission and engine problems. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But these type of women, they will fool you. They will fool you. They will act like wife material, because I've seen women. Let me tell y'all something. I had a girlfriend from way back in the day. This chick stayed banging all kind of dudes. They stayed banging a lot of dudes, right? She banged a lot of dudes. I mean, that she was my home girl. I mean, I ain't had nothing to do with the situation. I ain't like it, but I'm like, shit, that's her. She want to bang different dudes, and that's her business. But nevertheless, she seemed cool at the time. What? Thank you, Muhammad. Like Richard Pryor said in stand-up comedy, you had to sing back then to get some sex. They don't even do that anymore. And you are absolutely correct, y'all. These females, they're giving up the cookie. They giving out coochie like a samples at Sam's Wholesale or Costco. They just giving ass out like a samples. That's the generation we live in. I mean, these females, that's what they do. And you absolutely right, Muhammad. And again, thank you for the $5 donation. So she was screwing all of these guys, right? I seen her inviting different dudes to her apartment. She screwed men of all 31. I mean, she was like the damn Baskin Robbins hole. She screwed different men of 31 flavors: black, white, Puerto Rican, young, old, married, not married. She liked it all type of assorted flavors. I called her as Baskin Robbins, because she ain't had no limits on what type of guys she was screwed. But anyway, and I noticed, after she had been with all kind of dudes and she had gotten older, um, she met this one dude, right? And she was like, how can I put this? She was acting really, really like cunning and charming to him. I mean, when he would come over, she was cooking for him, trying to act like she was not this reform whore that she used to be. She was cooking and cleaning and doing all this stuff for him. And slowly but surely, dude was falling for her. because she knew what to say and do to get him in her web. Because again, she'd been with a lot of dudes. So she knew how to persuade and will him in. And slowly but surely, he started falling for her. He was buying this chick flowers. I mean, treating her like a lady, not realizing that this broad is a rehabilitated whore. That's the word. She was a rehabilitated whore. You know, and she got tired of hoeing. She wanted to be somebody's wife now. He almost fell for it. So she knew because of her horrorism, she had to step out the box and do something different to keep this guy's attention. She cooked for him, made him lunches, brought him lunches on his job. I mean, she had dude head spinning like he was on a Ferris wheel. She had this dude going. Rep says, I know girls who fuck the whole neighborhood and it's one dummy who falls in love with her. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I'm saying, Rep. Exactly. It's always that one fool that will wipe a rehabilitated whore. That's exactly my point, Rep. That's exactly. We see it all the freaking time. He tried to wipe her. But this is what happens, Rep, and to everybody else in the chat. This is what happens. A rehabilitated whore, like a crackhead can detox, like a meth head could detox. Sometimes a whore could detox back into horrorism. Sometimes she had what's called dick withdrawals. She had what was called dick withdrawals. She tried to play it off for a long time, like she was this redeemed whore, like she had learned her lesson. But slowly but surely, the whorishness sneaks out. So let me tell you what happens one night, right? This dude, he started getting serious with her. You know, he's calling her, taking her to dinner, doing all this stuff that boyfriends or something that men who care for their wives or whatever would do. You know, he started taking this chick under her wing and really, like, you know, he fell for her basically. Okay. So what happened was one night we all decided to go out and he brought his homeboy with him. So that way we can kind of like double date. He brought his homeboy with him. And we all call ourselves, we want to go to the club to just kind of hang out and everything. So we all goes to the club and we go in the club, we sit to the table, we chilling, having drinks and stuff like that. Me and his friend, even though we was talking, we wasn't acting like we was together. So he kind of drifted off and did his own thing in the club. And I drifted off and I did my own thing, you know, and I didn't take it personal because he wasn't my man like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, her and dude, they sitting to the table, they kicking it and they chilling. The place was too crowded, right? And at this point, I'm getting a little irritated. So I go outside to just go get some cool air. After we done sat for like 20, 30 minutes, I go outside and I'm standing outside, I'm chilling. And I see my friend at the time, I see her man come outside. And I'm like, why is he out here? He should be with her. We all going out and they supposed to be out as a couple. Why is he outside instead of him sitting inside the club with her? So I see my friend's man standing outside. So I walk over to him and I ask dude, I'm like, yo, why are you out here instead of you being in the club with my friend? This supposed to be our time together. Why are you out here? So he acted like he didn't want to tell me what was going on. But I could tell by a look on his face, he was pissed about something. He was upset. So I had to get it out of him. And he finally said, man, your friend is disrespecting me, man. I said, disrespecting you how? What happened? He said, you got to go in there and see what she doing. I said, really? I mean, wow. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go in and see what's going on. So I'm going into the club so I can go talk to her and let her know your man is out here. He's upset with you. You need to check on your man and find out what's going on. I go in the club. This chick is on the dance floor. True story. That's why I say you can't make a whole housewife. The hoe is going to sneak out at some point. This chick done got drunk up. She knows when she drinks. Because when some women get drunk, they get hornier. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you. She on the dance floor, letting this dude dance with her like he's screwing her on the floor. I mean, he's not like just dancing with her. He's dancing with her like he's screwing her. I mean, he had her legs all up in the air. I mean, it was a disgrace. It was a straight disgrace when I saw her doing that on the dance floor, knowing her man was right there. I knew that chick was jumped to do and fell in love with her, and I guess turned the wife into a, yeah, I'm telling you, hoes get wiped up all the time. Basically, she embarrassed him. The hoishness, you can't rehabilitate a whore. You can't rehabilitate her. You can't. Sooner or later, those ways are bound to come out. And that is what happened. She embarrassed him. When she got done with this dude freaking her on the floor, and come to find out the dude that was freaking her on the floor, he was a stripper. That's why he was dancing with her and tossing her up in the air like she a damn bowl of salad. He was tossing her and slinging her ass all up in the air and all over the place. She not taking into consideration you are there with your man. For one, you shouldn't even be dancing with a dude, period, because you there with your man. But for two, you letting this dude dance with you like y'all like y'all filming in the middle of a porn set. And it was embarrassing. And dude was mad. So she came outside. Well, she was still on the floor. I couldn't get to her right away. So when I went back outside, his homeboy is talking to him, right? And I could tell that his homeboy really wasn't feeling my friend. What's up, Shar? And his homeboy was like, I told you, man. I told you she a hoe, man. Why you up here taking this broad seriously? Why you up here rocking with this broad? You could tell his friend was not feeling her. When it was all said and done, she was embarrassed. She was embarrassed and she couldn't do nothing to try to redeem herself. So when she came out the club, I told her, I said, yo, you embarrass your man, yo. And at the time, she didn't see nothing wrong with it, but I guess as the alcohol of Bacardi wore off, she realized what she had did. And she realized she had embarrassed her dude. But see, that's what happens. You can't rehabilitate a whore. Horrorism is going to come out at some point. Eventually, a whore is going to dick talks. Not detox, dick talks. Eventually, they're going to look for dick again. She dick talks. That's what happened. And I told her, I said, that dude, he's not going to feel the same about you no more after this. Me and her basically got in an argument. And she basically was upset with me because I was just telling her the truth. I said, that man, once you disrespect a man in that type of fashion, especially when you disrespect your man in public, anytime a woman disrespects her dude in public, he would never feel the same about her. He would never, because a woman is supposed to be a man's pride and joy. You don't disgrace your man. Just like a woman, just like a man shouldn't disgrace his woman, a woman should not disgrace her man. When you're in a relationship, people are supposed to see you conduct yourself a certain way. You know what I mean? Nobody should be able to go back to your wife and say, yo, girl, I seen your husband at the club the other night and he was hitting on everything in there with two legs. That's just embarrassing. Same thing. If you are a woman, what's up? Kefra, I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Appreciate you for coming in. Welcome to the family. It's embarrassing if you when you're in a relationship, nobody should be coming back to you telling you your wife or your husband was acting out of pocket. That's real shit. That's real shit. It should never happen. Do not embarrass your companion. No woman, because let me tell you, you got miserable people that's waiting to find anything negative about your relationship. And the moment they see one of y'all doing something out of pocket, they cannot wait to go back and tell the other one about it. My thing is, if you're in a relationship Whatever you do, it should be something that you should be able to do in front of your mate. If you got to think, if you got to think about, okay, if I did this in front of my husband, if I did this in front of my wife, if I did this in front of my man or woman, would they feel some type of way? If you know they will feel some type of way, why the hell are you doing it? If you got to think about it, it's already wrong. It's already wrong. And that's basically what she did. She embarrassed him. So me and her arguing. And she, at this point, she's telling me I'm being a hater because I don't want to see her win. I don't want to see her have a man in her life. I'm like, bitch, is you serious? You the one that disgraced your man. And I'm up here telling you how you disgraced him. And how dare you throw shade, you throw salt back at me, make it seem like it's my fault, which I already knew the reason she was saying and doing that because she was embarrassed. She knew she embarrassed that man and she embarrassed herself. So anyway, him and her kissing made up, supposedly, right? And she had the audacity to come to me and brag about it, saying, yeah, me and so, we talked about it. And, we're not going to let that affect us. We're still going to talk. We're still going to be together. In the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, that's what you think. But I knew better. I knew once she disgraced him in front of his homeboy and everything, I knew it wasn't going to be the same. Sure enough, he broke up with her like a week later. Well, no, what happened was he screwed her one more time. He took her to bed one more time, and then he broke up with her a week later. That's what happened. Yep, undercover freaks are the worst. They are. Those are the ones that will embarrass you. That's why I tell you, some of you men out here, they're not getting it. You have a lot of rehabilitated whores. If you don't check their whole facts, like Rep says, you could be wifing a female that has history. She don't have. If she could have put as many penises outside of her as she had in her, she would look like a goddamn porcupine. Some of you men are with women who are rehabilitated whores. You don't know their history because you ain't been to their hometown. Some of these whores, they will relocate. They will relocate. When they don't have too much community dick where they live at, they will move into a whole nother state where they can start all over with somebody who don't know them. Some of y'all are wife and rehabilitated whores who have been all over the block. Keita says thrift store coochie. That's a good one. Thrift store. Absolutely. It's that Salvation Army coochie. It's that Goodwill coochie that's been donated. So many people done had it. Now she done donating it. She giving it away. Absolutely. You have to check some of these females' history. Because again, some of these women who have been all over the block, they will relocate somewhere else and start all over and try to change their lifestyle so they could be re-wifed, so they could be wifed, basically. So, like I said, a lot of these rehabilitated whores, they are the ones who will they will become the best wives, not because they learned their lesson, but because they know they basically have spread themselves too thin in their neighborhood. They done been with too many dudes. They done had too many guys. They don't ruin their reputation there. They cannot start over there. They have to move somewhere else. They got to move somewhere else because they don't have too much community dick where they live at. It's not going to work. Nobody's not going to marry them. Nobody's not going to wife them where they live at. So they got to move somewhere else and start all over. And that's exactly what they do. So you have to be careful. Don't sit up here and always think you have a winner. You don't know what the hell you done picked up. So you just have to be careful with that. What's up, wonderful Watson? Just call her doorknob. Absolutely, because everybody has had a goddamn turn. Absolutely. They will move to your city and play low key. Exactly. That's what these rehabilitated whorish females, that's what they do. But definitely back to the subject at hand, because I know I've been all over the place. But like I said, you married men, y'all got to be careful. You have to be careful, messing with these rocks when you already got a diamond. Some of these side chicks, like I said, they are out to destroy now. Back in the day, a woman, you could just, like I said, you know, because I know I got some people who's just coming in, so I got to catch everybody up. Back in the day, you used to hit a woman off with the double D. You could give her a double D and she would keep her mouth closed and be happy. What I mean by the double D, dick and dollars. Back in the day, you used to give a woman dick and dollars and she'll be happy. You can't do that no more. These side chicks, they're on a whole nother level. You can give them the dick and the dollars to keep their mouth closed and they will still expose you. This is what's going on with Kevin Hunter, who's about to lose Wendy Williams. He's about to lose his millionaire wife over some side appetizer who's not going to be able to give him the lifestyle that he's always had with Wendy Williams. Now, granted, this ain't been his first time he's cheated. Wendy Williams been dealing with Kevin Hunter cheating. She knows her husband is a whore, but where he messed up at was when he got this chick knocked up. And Wendy was like, oh, hell no. Now it's bad enough. I was already letting you get away with it. Now, if I stay with you, I'm going to have to take care of your side chick and our side chick baby. Wendy was like, absolutely not. Hell to the no. Now she's getting ready to divorce this fool. I cannot blame her. And the bad part, y'all, is when Wendy divorces him, this side chick, she's not going to want to stay with him because he's not going to be able to give her the same lifestyle he had when he was married to Wendy. Now, he's going to get some money. Like I mentioned it before, Wendy Williams, soon to be ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, he's going to get some money from this because he's been her manager and they've been married over 25 something years. He's going to get some bread. But the bread he's going to get is nothing compared to what he's used to getting. Okay, so the judge may order him. He may now that Wendy has proof he has committed adultery with this baby, infidelity with this baby. Now what's going to happen is, you know, Wendy could use that to her advantage now because this fool done made it easy for this side chick to mess him up. Because he got her knocked up. So now Wendy, the good thing is Wendy could use that to her advantage. That's her proof of infidelity. So he may walk away with, I don't know how much y'all think he might walk away with. I'm thinking maybe he might walk away with $1 million or $2 million, you know, but it's not going to be a lot of money. So what's going to happen is he's going to have to downgrade his lifestyle with this side chick. Give a chick a bag of chips and a blunt, she'll handstand twerk. Kels, you play too much, like for real. That's true. I'm telling you, he's going to have to downgrade his lifestyle. That Lamborghini that they repossess, that Lamborghini, she's going to have to get a Toyota Camry now. He's not going to be able to buy her no Lamborghini and Bentley. He's going to have to get her a Toyota Camry. They're not going to be able to eat at all these extravagant. Ain't going to be no Chris rules. Ain't going to be no Chris rules. It's going to be Outback Steakhouse. $10.99 lunch special. He's not going to be able to give her the good life. Wonderful Watson says he would do good to walk away with about 5 to 10% of her net worth. Yeah, he's going to walk away with a good bit, but it's not going to be what he's always had. Yep, he's going to have to get her Chevy Cavalier. Hey, she's going to have to get it. She's going to have to buy her. She's going to have to buy her hair bundles online. She's going to have to get her hair bundles from AliExpress. She's not going to be able to buy that $1,000 European weave and hair bundles. This we know. Yep, it's going to be Applebee's. It's going to be Red Lobster. She going to have to eat what we eat at now. She's not going to be able to eat at all these top-notch, extravagant restaurants. I'm telling you, she's not going to. This is what's going to happen, y'all. When Wendy Williams divorces Kevin Hunter, what's going to happen is that chick is going to leave him and she's going to go in for child support. Now, Poetic Kales, don't be in here knocking no crystals now, because my daughter work at crystals and she be hooking me up with them damn cheese crystals. So we're not going to talk bad about crystals up in this chat room. What's up, Priest Brooklyn in the house? What's up, Priest? Good to see you. Always kicking that actual factual knowledge. Welcome you to the chat room. At least the Impala of Malibu. I'm telling you, this is the part. It is not worth in all actuality. And I don't want to make fun of Wendy Williams because it sucks. It sucks when you've been married to a dude all these years and he goes and knocks up some dollar store whore chick. You know what I'm saying? And now, everything's out in the open. You know what I mean? So I feel bad for Wendy. People could talk about this woman and throw her under the bus and say, yeah, that's what she get. She telling other people business, but that's what she does. That's what everybody on YouTube, we all tell these celebrity stars business. That's what we do. That's how we make a living. So what her husband has done to her that does not justify her being this blogger and telling all these celebrity businesses. That has nothing to do. That does not make what he has done justifiable. It just doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it. That's why I tell you, married men, be careful dealing with these appetizers, because like I said, back then you used to give these women some dick or some dollars and they'll keep their mouth closed. These females, they're not happy with just getting your money and getting your wood. They want to expose you. They want to ruin you. They want to ruin your legacy. They want to ruin the woman who loves you. Because what you married men got to understand, and me and Kels talked about this, and Ruby, we talked about this on my live last night. You got a lot of broken, low self-esteem women out here. You have a lot of women who have whored themselves out to where they would never become somebody's wife. So a lot of these women are miserable in their own way because they know nobody's not going to wife them. So what these women have decided to do, since a man would never wife me because I carried myself like a whore, I'm going to ruin another woman's marriage. So y'all have to realize that these women are going after you to ruin what you have with your wife. They are not happy, so they don't want your wife to be happy. And you give these whores power, in a sense, when you step outside of your marriage and you're creeping with these chicks. You giving these chicks money. You playing right into the game. These appetizers, they want you to play into this game. That's what they want. They want what you give your wife. If your wife is in a nice house, she wants to live in that nice house. If your wife is driving a nice car, she wants to drive a nice car. If your wife is shopping and enjoying and living her best life, guess what? She wants what your wife has. And a lot of you men are being dumb and y'all are falling into the tricks. Like Rep says, hoes got to eat too. And they do. They do. Don't disgrace your wife. Don't disgrace your family by letting these appetizers be able to expose you because you get them knocked up or you fall asleep in these chicks' beds in the Motel 6. She's taking a picture of it. She's posting it on social media. She's blackmailing you and destroying you. That's what she wants. That's what she's aiming for. Stop giving these appetizers the upper hand. And let me tell you, married men, something. When you get caught, you get exposed. You can't get mad with the side chicks. Because had you never messed with this bitch, she wouldn't have had the room to expose you. If you don't want to get exposed, stop messing with these hoes. Hello. Matter of fact, one of my moderators, y'all type that in there. So for those who didn't catch it, they could see it. If you don't want to be exposed, stop messing with these goddamn hoes. Stop messing with them. Stop sneaking and dealing with them. You don't have to worry about that if you're not messing with them. You don't have to worry about when if my wife find out. When if this happens. It will never happen if you don't mess with them. And it's sad, but I have no remorse for Kevin Hunter. None. Because like I said, what he pulled, that was a low budget ass move. And he was so proud. My thing is, if you're going to mess around on your wife, you don't be proud of it. You already wrong for messing around on her, but you got this chick posting selfies of you and her together on the goddamn beach. I bet she's up here flexing, not realizing that, you know, that the side chick, let me tell you something. She was so dumb. Kevin Hunter side chick, she was so dumb. If she would have at least been discreetful, does she not realize she could have kept benefiting off of Wendy and off of Kevin Hunter? Some of these side chicks are so goddamn dumb, they won't even keep their mouth closed so they could keep benefiting. Has she kept her mouth closed and not paraded her pregnancy? Does she not know Kevin and Wendy probably would have still been together and she could have still been pushing her Lamborghini? She could have still been staying in her 5, 6 bedroom mansion. She wasn't even quiet. That's how dumb she was. Damn. If you at least, if you're going to get by, keep your mouth closed. Exactly, Priest and Kales. And so it's if she could even side chicks. First of all, she's not a smart side chick. A lot of these side chicks are dumb. If you're messing with a married man that is married to a woman of Wendy Williams status or Beyonce status, let's say, you know, and I'm not speaking bad on nobody's marriage. Let's say if a side chick decide to mess with Jay-Z. If she a smart side chick, she'll keep her goddamn mouth closed so she can keep getting that Beyonce and that Jay-Z money. I mean, come on, be smart. Be a smart hoe if you're going to be a hoe. If you're going to be a hoe, be good at what you do. Don't be a dumb hoe. At least be a smart hoe. If a man is breaking me off with dollars, why would I expose it on Facebook so this chick, I mean, all on social media, so this chick could get mad, divorce him? Now, he cannot give me the lifestyle. He cannot give me the luxury that I'm used to having. Why do that? Lay in the cut and collect checks. Exactly, priest. If that's what the hell you're going to do. If you're going to be a thief, be a good thief. If you're going to be a janitor, be a good janitor. Make sure you mop the hell out them floors. Make sure you a top of the line janitor. If you're going to be a whore, be a top of the line whore. Sit back, collect your checks. Stop exposing these men. You expose them, the man lose everything, then bitch, you're gonna lose everything. Let's be, come on. These dumbass, we got a lot of dumbass side chicks. They so damn dumb. Oh my gosh. Side chicks, y'all done messed it up for the side chicks who do got some class. You could buy side chick things, but you can't buy her a brain. She don't know how to shut up and keep her mouth closed and not run her mouth and not post on social media. Key, hashtag, look what he bought me. If I'm collecting checks, I'm going to be discreet. I'm chilling. My wife ain't going to know nothing. I'm not even going to put him on, I'm not even going to put him on child support. A lot of side chicks messed up putting these dudes on child support. If he's already giving you a nice little piece of change, why are you gonna take him to child support? Because then, and on top of that, child support is gonna get a little cut too. Now, I'm not encouraging horse behavior. I'm not encouraging it. You don't need to be messing with nobody's husband anyway. But let's keep it real. Hoes are going to be hoes. They're not going to stop laying with these men. But if you're going to be a whore, or if you're going to be a married man that deal with a whore that knows her place. That's going to keep her mouth closed. That's not going to expose you and her. That's the problem. Back then, at least side chicks kept their mouth closed. They didn't go around with a walking billboard. Hey, I'm messing with so-and-so. I'm messing with Beyonce's husband. I'm messing with this. I mean, sit your behind in the background. You good. You getting paid, boo. What's the problem? Because you know what happens? Let me tell y'all why side chicks run their mouth. You know why side chicks are exposing? One reason they are exposing is because they are trying to prove a point. But let me tell you what happened to side chick. Side chicks start catching main chick feelings. And this is how exposure comes about, y'all. Side chicks, when they start catching main chick feelings, they don't hold water. They can't be discreet because what happens is sometimes as women, We fall in love with what we can't have. And the more you know you can't have something, the more you will fall in love with it because you really want what you can't have. That's what happens. Even though he's giving you money and you're buying Coach bags, you're buying nice cars, you're buying this, you're buying that, after a while, that stuff is not enough to keep you content because what happens is you don't just want the possessions, you want the man. That's what ends up happening, y'all. These side chicks end up falling in love with you married men. You think you can keep her quiet by giving her some money and breaking off some wood. Eventually, she's going to want you. Because at the end of the day, even though you're putting out money in her account, you taking your wife on vacations, you at home every night with your wife, you, your wife, and your kids are going places, are doing things. She's going to get jealous of that stuff. She's going to want that too. What's the use of having all these materialistic things that you don't have anybody to share it with? What's the point? You're going to want more. A woman, when she catches feelings, she wants more. Money is not enough. Money is never enough for these side chicks. They want your wife life. They want the life that your wife has. Your dollars is not going to be enough to make these chicks sit in the background and keep their mouth closed and just be happy because you're giving her some money so she can shop at Neiman Marcus. She can buy her a new Coach bag, Prada bag, Michael Kors bag, get her hair and nails done. What good is all that and you don't have a man to share it with? What's the use of a man breaking you off all this money for you to buy these nice Coach bags and you get your hair and your nails done, but he's never around you enough to see it. He's never around to see you with your new hairdo, with your new nails. He's giving you the money. You give her the money, but dude, eventually she's going to want you. She's going to want you. So I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. I hope today's content, y'all got some kind of valuable information out of this content. Don't lose a diamond for a rock, guys. Same thing for you ladies. If you're married and your husband is taking care of you, he's giving you a good life, he's taking care of your children, he's taking care of your home, he's taking care of everything. Don't throw away everything you got with your husband over some bum ass dude who could only break you off a couple of dollars. I mean, my thing is, if you're gonna fuck up, don't fuck down, okay? Don't go messing with somebody that can't give you none of what the person you're with is giving you. My thing is, if you're going to go out there, ask yourself, if I mess up, is this person going to be able to give me everything I have right now or more? If you can't answer that question, then guess what? They are not worth the goddamn trouble. I'm tired of marriages being destroyed over some mediocre bullshit. That's just my opinion. I'm a strong advocate for marriage. I believe in love. I think love is something that everybody deserves. And when you allow something so precious and meaningful to be destroyed over something temporary and garbage, then I have no sympathy. I have no empathy for you. I'm just so sick of it. What's up, D brother? Real talk though. Yeah, don't dismiss your 80 for 20. You got a good wife, you got a good husband. I don't care if the sex is dry. I don't care if the excitement ain't there. Do something to spark that shit up. Don't go stepping on the outside of your marriage or your relationship for some temporary fling. Do you not realize that when you step outside your relationship, you actually bring more problems? You're adding on another problem because you cannot predict that other person's behavior. You got some people, somebody in here mentioned it earlier. I forgot who it was. But you get somebody with that fatal attraction that don't know how to let go. You think you just gonna screw them and keep on going. People ain't built like that no more. People are not just gonna let you lay with them and play with them and they don't come back on you. Don't play with people's emotions. Stop taking people to bed. screwing people, you having sex with people outside your marriage, you building soul ties with people. Because, like I told y'all before, spirits, they transfer when you have sex with people outside of your marriage. Don't bring that garbage into your household. Don't bring that garbage into your marriage. It's not worth it. Broke niggas call themselves shitty. Absolutely, D brother. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to get ready to shut it down. Don't forget, I'm still working on my baby mama drama seminar. For all of my guys out there, you having baby mama drama and you need real advice, you need help, I got all type of tricks and strategies and tactics to help you men that are in the struggle with these bitter baby mama dramas. I have a seminar for all of you guys that are interested. You want to sign up, it is $25 per person. I'm going to be doing a live webinar, which means I'm going to have like 5 to 6 men who are going through baby mama drama. I'm going to give you information that you will not get anywhere else. I got the baby mama drama seminar coming up, guys. So for all of you who are interested, you're dealing with baby mama drama, you need help, you out of pocket, I got all of suggestions, I got all the strategies, I got all the tactics. What's up, Monica? I got all the tactics that where I can help you guys out. Also for women, if you are in relationships, are you married to men who are having trouble with their baby mamas, they're going through baby mama drama, I have a seminar for women who are in relationships or who are married with men who are experiencing baby mama drama. I have a seminar webinar specifically just for y'all. It's a lot of insightful information that you're not going to get anywhere else but here. If you're interested, make sure you email me for the baby mama drama webinar. That is when I will be going live and I will be giving you advice. I will be giving you things that will help you. Secondly, if I get ready to shut it down, for all of y'all who are interested in receiving live cable TV, you want live cable, your current cable provider, your bill is over $100, $200. If you're dealing with Dish Network, Direct TV, you're dealing with Comcast, these high ass cable companies that are charging you out the ass for cable. I got my own cable app where I can actually save you money. I can produce to you 7,000 channels, and I mean that 7,000 channels for only $25 a month. If it's something you're interested in, hit me up. I can help you save money. I can give you some real live cable. You'll get all the HBO showtimes. You'll get everything. Yep, I got my own cable. I kid you not. Also, I can give you cable. I can also give you the app cable, which means if you got an Android or you have an iPhone, I can give you that app for your Android where you could watch live cable anywhere you go. You will have live cable right in your damn pocket. So if you know somebody who's interested in live cable, hit me up, email me at Cafe de Paris. Let me put that in there. Cafe de Paris 79 at yahoo.com. Those who are interested, I could always send you a free trial. You have to have a Fire Stick and you have to have internet. If you have the Fire Stick and you have internet, I can give you a free trial today. But you got to have a Fire Stick. I can give you a free trial. That way you can look at it before you buy it. Before you make a decision and you decide to buy cable from me, I can give you a free trial, but you got to have an Amazon Fire Stick, and I'll shoot you the password. I'll shoot you a username. I'll turn your cable on for you. I could turn it on from where I am or whatever. So if you're interested, you're definitely welcome to hit me up or whatever. Again, you have over 7,000 channels. Also I have you get free pay-per-view events. So any pay-per-view events that come on, you will get it for free. You will not be paying for it. What else is on there? I can give you all your local news stations. A lot of people ask me, well, can I get my local news? Yes. The app does come with local news stations. Also you get cable from other parts of the country, Brazil, Africa, the Netherlands, China, Japan, Jamaica. I get channels from all over the world also. And trying to think of anything else. You got kids, I got plenty of kids, plenty of things for kids or whatever. You'll get everything. For all of you guys, if you're big on sports, I have every sports package you could think of. NBA, NFL, World Wrestling, whatever you want, I got it. Okay, so you interested, make sure y'all email me, y'all. This has definitely been good content. So again, y'all, take heed, be careful of what type of situations you allow yourself to get in. So on that note, y'all, it is your girl, your demon knowledge, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I'm going to always break you off with a slice of knowledge. Love you guys. For all of you who just came here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so the next time I upload a video, you will not miss out, okay? Love you much. Y'all take care. Bye.